this is as per CBI sources, that the profit margin for wholesalers in the liquor policy, the old liquor policy, was at 5%. And that was something that was recommended by the group of ministers in their own draft of the new policy as well. But for some inexplicable reason, this profit margin was increased from 5% to 12%. CBI sources believe this was done at the behest of, quote unquote, the South lobby. Let me go across to Ashish Mahesh, who has more on this. Ashish, just put this together for our viewers, and of course, we will await a political reaction from, quote unquote, this South lobby. But what is it that the CBI sources are telling you as to why this profit margin increase happened and why the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Sisodia in particular is not able to explain that increase of profit margin?
Zakir, before the policy came into being, when it was implemented, there was an expert committee to the entire thing. The expert committee said that, one, it should not go, the wholesale trade should be with the government, and the profit margin should also be around 5%. When it went to the GOM as well, the expert committee recommendations were accepted. But suddenly, if you see the statement of Arab Gopi Krishna, as well as, if you see the statement of one C. Arvind, who's supposed to be the secretary of Manish Sisodia, they have, accepted before the CBI, saying that, suddenly the reason, or without any process of law, they decided to, one, give the entire trade of wholesale to the private players, and secondly, they increased the profit margin from 5% to 12%. Now, interestingly, the allegation is that from, out of this 12%, 6% was basically paid as kickbacks to the Aam Aadmi Party netas. And this was basically done, as you said, quote unquote, because of the ask of the South lobby. That is what basically, the South lobby demanded, and according to that, this policy was further changed. Now, interestingly,
all right,
it was, Zakir, one more important point is the file related to this is missing. This is what the real reason why Manish Sisodia has been arrested. What I have been told is by my sources is that file related to this implementation on how this margin was increased, this file is missing. He had no answer where that file is, and that is why the CBI had no other option but to arrest him.
Right. Thanks for that, Ashish. I'll get a quick word in, politically speaking, from Maria as well, and then I'll go to our guest. Maria, so the South lobby that's being referred to here is, of course, K. Kavita. Apparently, one of her close aides was also questioned earlier on in this scam. What has been the response from the BRS so far on this? And is it possible that this Liquorgate scam and the ramifications of it, the arrests, may not be restricted just to the Aam Aadmi Party or to the government of Delhi or officials therein?
Yes, certainly, Zaka. Look, K. Kavita's, accountant has already been arrested. There have been questions. She has been questioned as well. So the larger space is certainly being seen because, there is an axis of politics that have emerged with BRS and Aam Aadmi Party also coming together. And what is being seen as South group or South lobby is essentially what is being alleged, that an alleged businessman actually paid 100 crore for the Aam Aadmi Party to contest the Goa elections. In that, the alleged role of, the BRS actually comes in. Now, what will be interesting to see is that if BRS actually, takes a stand in favor of Manish Sisodia, while other political parties, including the Congress and the Trinamool, may continue to raise questions about the Aam Aadmi Party. So, in the opposition space also, it is going to get even more interesting going ahead because it will not just be BJP versus the Aam Aadmi Party. It will be very much Congress and other opposition parties versus the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining us, Maria. Let me now open this up to our panelists. We've got a full panel. This is a huge